Welcome to episode 2 of the Red Robot project. Last episode we drew the chassis for the robot. In between these videos I've downloaded a couple of parts from GrabCAD in order to insert them into the model that we're going to create for this robot. During this episode we're going to draw the basic outline of the remaining parts and put them into the model that we're going to create. Links for everything will be in the description below. With that, let's get going. As you can see, this is the model that we drew last episode. This is one of the servo motors that I've downloaded. In this particular robot we're going to be using, we've got DC motors housed in servo housings. Managed to find a file for a Raspberry Pi 3B that we'll be using, which is coming quite handy because it's going to be quite complicated to draw that. I had to draw it from scratch. What I couldn't find was a caster wheel that I'll probably leave off this time. We've got a CamJam motor controller from the Pi Hut, which I'll draw the basic outline of. The battery box, we had a bit of an issue with that one. I left it switched on, unwired up on my desk, and as you can see, the wires have melted together. So that could have been a potential fire catastrophe for the video and the house. What else have we got? We've got this lovely piece which I may or may not use. We've got the battery to draw as well. I went a bit overpowered with the battery, didn't realise how big it was, but that's what we've got. That's what we'll be powering our robot. Also, what I will be drawing is the wheels for this robot, which are the standard wheels that came with this robot chassis kit. So what we'll start with doing, we bring the chassis and the servos into the model. Bring that back in. We're going to try and orient these correctly to mimic what we've got on our robot. Slight mistake that was made. Two servos in place. As you can see on the model, we've got 3 wires coming out because that's what would be coming out of the standard servo, but because these are DC motors in servo housings, we've only got the 2 wires coming out of each of these. You might have noticed me using a vernier for this. It's not because I'm trying to be super accurate, it's just because I don't know where my ruler is, and it's just a bit easier to measure than a tape measure. Okay, so that's the very rough outline of the battery. One very basic battery. Okay, so that's the battery drawn. Next I'm going to draw our battery box to hold our 4A batteries for the motor. Notice I'm not drawing the wires on here because that's just going to get a bit fiddly if we do. Right, I'm not going to draw the caster just because it's a bit too intricate for this model. I'm just trying to do it a quick job. We know it's there, it's not going to get in the way of anything. What I am going to do is draw these wheels, however, because if I don't draw them in, they will get in the way of something when I'm trying to place it on. Okay, while we're here and we've just put the wheels on the model in Inventor, I'm just going to put the wheels back on our actual robot. Okay, so what have we got left to draw? We'll draw this very basic. I'm only going to draw the very basic outline of it. Yep. So again, this is the motor controller available with the CamJam 3 kit, I believe. Yep, the CamJam EduKit 3. Yeah, available from piehut.com. So what I'm roughly thinking with this project, just ignore that for now. I'm going to have the battery, large battery mounted in the middle, just because it's the biggest piece, it's heavy. I'm going to have the other battery mounted on one side, and the Raspberry Pi mounted on the other, in a way that should let us access all the ports on the Raspberry Pi. So that'll probably be on that side, with the power going in at the top. Hopefully things should slide out the back. What I noticed when I tried it before, put too much weight over the front wheel, it tends to tip one way or the other. So I'm going to try and keep the weight as far back on this axle as possible, and then the front's just there to balance. So I might overhang the chassis we build back this way sometime. But for now, I think that is it. As ever, I'll leave the links in the description. Please like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next episode.